Love is often spoken through actions, not just words. When a man truly respects and values you, it shows up in the little details, in the choices he makes every single day, and in the way he treats you when no one else is watching. Too often, women find themselves questioning, does he really care? Am I truly important to him? Or am I just another option in his life? The answers aren't always hidden in grand gestures, but in the subtle, consistent signs of respect and devotion. Respect is the foundation of love. Without it, relationships crumble, no matter how passionate they once seemed. A man might say, "I love you," 1,000 times, but if his actions don't reflect respect, those words mean very little. The way he listens, the way he supports your dreams, the way he makes you feel safe and valued. These are the real indicators of whether he truly sees you as a partner or just a convenience. And the truth is, every woman deserves a man who values her, not only for what she does, but for who she is at her core. A man who respects you will never try to control you, diminish you, or make you feel small. Instead, he will stand beside you, celebrate your victories, and give you the freedom to be your authentic self. He won't be intimidated by your strength or independence, because he understands that love is not about power, it's about partnership. When he respects you, your opinions matter, your boundaries are honored, and your happiness becomes just as important as his own. That kind of love doesn't need to be shouted. It's felt in every gentle action, in every moment of patience, and in every choice to put kindness above ego. It's also important to realize that respect is revealed in the everyday. It's not about expensive gifts or dramatic declarations. It's in the way he speaks to you when he's angry, the way he shows up when he's busy, and the way he holds space for your feelings even when he doesn't fully understand them. Respect is quiet but powerful. It builds trust, it builds safety, and it allows love to grow in ways that shallow attraction never could. So how do you know if a man truly respects and values you? The truth is, he will show you. Through his actions, through his consistency, through the way he makes you feel, cherished, supported, and never taken for granted. These are not things you should have to beg for. They are the natural habits of a man who sees your worth. In this list, we'll uncover 15 undeniable signs that reveal when a man genuinely respects you. Each one is a reminder that love isn't just about passion. It's about honor, loyalty, and the quiet choices that prove you are truly valued. If he shows these signs, you'll know you are not just loved, you are deeply respected. He listens without interrupting. When a man truly respects and values you, one of the clearest signs is that he listens without interrupting. At first glance, it may seem like something small, but it carries a deep weight in relationships. Most people are quick to talk, eager to defend themselves, or impatient to wait for their turn. But someone who pauses and truly hears you shows that your words matter. Listening without cutting in means he's not just waiting for his chance to speak, but instead giving space for your thoughts, your emotions, and your experiences. It's a way of saying, I care about what you have to say, and I want to understand you fully. That kind of patience is not common, especially in a world where distractions are everywhere and attention spans are short. If a man puts away his phone, holds eye contact, and lets you finish every sentence without jumping in, it reveals his respect in the purest form. This habit also creates trust. When you know that you can speak freely without being dismissed or interrupted, you feel safe opening up. A man who listens is showing that your voice is not just background noise, but something he treasures. It's not about agreeing with everything you say. It's about acknowledging that your feelings are valid and deserve space. Even during arguments, when emotions run high, if he chooses to pause, breathe, and let you express yourself fully before responding, it means he values the relationship more than his ego. That takes maturity and self-control, which are qualities of genuine care. Over time, being listened to deeply makes you feel seen and understood, and that is one of the strongest foundations of love. Words flow more easily when you don't fear being cut off. You share more, you trust more, and the bond becomes unshakable. A man who listens without interrupting is showing, through his silence, that you are worth every second of his attention. That is not just respect, it is love in action. He keeps his promises. When a man truly respects and values you, one of the strongest indicators is that he keeps his promises. Promises may seem simple, just words spoken in a moment, but they carry a heavy weight because they represent trust. Anyone can say, "I'll do this," or "I'll be there," but following through shows character. When he commits to something, no matter how small, and actually fulfills it, he is proving that your trust in him is safe. It could be as simple as calling when he said he would, showing up on time, or remembering something important to you. These actions demonstrate reliability, and reliability is the heartbeat of respect. A man who values you understands that breaking promises isn't just about the promise itself. It's about breaking a piece of your trust. Keeping promises builds stability in a relationship. You know that when he says something, you can believe it. That belief creates security, and security allows you to open up without fear. A man who respects you won't make empty commitments just to impress you in the moment. He will only say what he truly intends to do, and then he will stand by it, even when it's inconvenient or requires effort. That consistency is what separates words from actions. Over time, each fulfilled promise becomes proof that his respect for you is not a performance, but a genuine part of who he is. This quality becomes even more meaningful during challenges. Life often throws obstacles, but if he still honors his word despite difficulties, it shows how deeply he values you. It's easy to keep promises when things are smooth. It's the tough times that reveal integrity. When he proves again and again that his word can be trusted, you begin to feel safe in the relationship, knowing he won't let you down. That kind of reliability is rare, and it speaks louder than any romantic gesture. A man who keeps his promises is showing, with action, instead of words, that you are worthy of truth, consistency, and unwavering respect. He values your opinions. When a man genuinely respects and values you, one of the clearest ways it shows is in how much he values your opinions. It's not just about listening politely when you speak, but about truly considering what you say and letting it influence his decisions. When he asks for your thoughts before making choices, big or small, it shows he sees you as an equal partner, not just someone standing by his side. He doesn't dismiss your ideas or laugh them off. Instead, he recognizes that your perspective matters. This behavior creates a relationship where both voices are heard, and that balance is what makes love and respect flourish. A man who values your opinions will make you feel included in his world. If he's making decisions about work, family, or even something as simple as choosing a restaurant, he will want to know what you think. It's not because he can't decide on his own, but because your input is important to him. By considering your views, he shows that you are part of his vision for the future. It's also a way of honoring your intelligence and acknowledging that you bring value into his life beyond just emotional support. Your opinions, ideas, and perspectives are treated like treasures, not inconveniences. This respect becomes even more visible during disagreements. If he truly values your opinions, he won't try to silence you or force his way of thinking on you. Instead, he will listen, reflect, and sometimes even change his stance because he recognizes the strength in your perspective. That humility is powerful because it shows he sees you not as competition but as a partner. Over time, this builds trust because you know your voice will never be ignored. Feeling heard is one of the deepest needs in love, and when a man gives that to you, it means he respects your mind as much as your heart. A man who values your opinions is silently telling you, you matter, your voice matters, and our relationship matters. 4. He supports your goals. When a man truly respects and values you, one of the most powerful signs is that he supports your goals. Support is not just about saying, you can do it, but about standing beside you as you chase the things that matter most to you. A man who respects you understands that your dreams are as important as his, and he treats them with seriousness. Whether it's about your career, education, passions, or personal growth, he doesn't see your goals as a distraction or a threat. Instead, he celebrates them as part of who you are and encourages you to pursue them without holding back. That kind of support is a reflection of deep love and respect. because it means he sees your happiness and success as part of his own. This support shows up in actions, not just words. He might help you study late at night, push you to apply for a new opportunity, or remind you of your strengths when you're filled with doubt. He doesn't minimize your ambitions or make you feel guilty for wanting more. Instead, he motivates you to keep moving forward, even when challenges arise. His encouragement creates an environment where you feel safe to dream bigger, knowing someone truly has your back. That level of faith can make the hardest goals feel achievable because you're not walking alone. You have a partner who believes in you even when you struggle to believe in yourself. A man who supports your goals also respects your independence. He knows that your journey is your own, and instead of trying to control it, he offers strength to help you grow. When he takes pride in your achievements and celebrates your progress, he proves that he isn't just invested in the relationship, but in your individual growth too. That's rare and beautiful because it shows he loves not just who you are today, but who you are becoming. Supporting your goals is his way of saying, your success matters to me, because you matter to me. That kind of respect makes a relationship unshakable. He respects your boundaries. When a man truly respects and values you, one of the most telling signs is that he respects your boundaries. Boundaries are the invisible lines that protect your comfort, safety, and emotional well-being, and a man who honors them proves that he cares for you beyond his own desires. Respecting your boundaries means he doesn't push you into situations you're not ready for, doesn't guilt you into saying yes when you want to say no, and never dismisses your limits as unimportant. Instead, he listens, acknowledges, and adjusts his behavior so you always feel safe around him. That kind of awareness and discipline shows that he values who you are as a person, not just what he can get from you. This respect extends to every part of life. If you say you need personal space, he gives it without complaint. If you set limits in physical intimacy, he honors them without question. If you draw a line emotionally, socially, or even digitally, like wanting privacy over your phone or time with friends, he respects that as part of who you are. He doesn't sulk, argue, or pressure you. Instead, he understands that your boundaries don't threaten the relationship. They protect it. By honoring them, he proves that he's secure, enough in himself and in the relationship to trust your choices. What makes this so powerful is that respecting boundaries builds trust. You begin to feel safe, knowing you can be honest about what you need without fear of rejection or judgment. Over time, this safety allows you to open up more, deepening the bond. Boundaries are often where respect is most clearly tested, and a man who passes that test shows maturity, empathy, and love. His actions are telling you, your comfort matters more than my ego, your peace matters more than my pride. When a man respects your boundaries, he is respecting not just the relationship, but your very dignity as a person, and that is one of the truest forms of love. He doesn't belittle your feelings. When a man truly respects and values you, one of the strongest signs is that he doesn't belittle your feelings. Emotions are delicate, and the way someone responds to them reveals how much they truly care. A man who values you will never mock your sadness, call you too sensitive, or laugh off your concerns as silly or dramatic. Instead, he takes your feelings seriously, no matter how small the issue may seem to him. He understands that what matters is not whether he thinks it's important, but whether you feel it deeply. By treating your emotions with care, he shows that he honors your inner world and wants you to feel safe sharing it with him. This kind of respect is especially clear during difficult moments. When you're upset, he doesn't roll his eyes or walk away. He listens, reassures, and tries to understand. He may not always have the perfect solution, but he will never make you feel weak or foolish for feeling the way you do. His focus is on comfort, not criticism. That's because he knows that belittling your emotions would break trust and create distance, while respecting them strengthens intimacy. Even in disagreements, a respectful man doesn't use your feelings against you. He doesn't weaponize your vulnerability or say hurtful things just to make you doubt yourself. Instead, he validates your emotions, even when he doesn't fully agree. He might say, "I don't see it the same way, but I understand why you feel that," which shows empathy and emotional maturity. Over time, This creates a safe space where you never feel judged for being human. A man who never belittles your feelings is showing through every word and action that you are not a burden, but a partner worth cherishing. He's telling you silently, your heart matters, your emotions matter, and I will protect them instead of tearing them down. That is not just kindness. It is deep, undeniable respect. He's honest, even when it's hard. When a man truly respects and values you, one of the clearest signs is that he's honest even when it's hard. Honesty during easy times is simple. Anyone can tell the truth when there's nothing at stake. But when the truth is uncomfortable, inconvenient, or risky, that's when integrity shows. A man who respects you won't hide behind lies to avoid conflict or protect his image. Instead, he will choose honesty, even if it leads to tough conversations. This doesn't mean he's blunt in a cruel way, but that he trusts you enough to handle the truth and values the relationship enough not to poison it with dishonesty. Honesty in hard moments builds trust like nothing else. When he admits his mistakes, tells you the full story, or shares how he really feels instead of what he thinks you want to hear, he's showing that your bond matters more than his comfort. It's not easy to say, I messed up, or I'm scared, or I don't agree. But a man who values you will do it because he knows hiding the truth would eventually hurt you more. His honesty is a way of protecting the relationship from the cracks that secrecy can create. This kind of transparency also shows emotional maturity. He understands that vulnerability strengthens love, not weakens it. By being honest, he's proving that he sees you as a true partner, someone who deserves nothing less than the truth. And even when honesty brings conflict, he trusts that facing it together is better than building a connection on lies. Over time, this honesty becomes the foundation of security. You don't second-guess his words, you don't question his actions, and you don't live in doubt. You know that, no matter what, he will respect you enough to tell you the truth. That's not always easy, but it's always love. A man who is honest even when it's hard is silently saying, I choose respect over convenience, truth over comfort, and you over everything else. He makes time for you. When a man truly respects and values you, one of the most undeniable signs is that he makes time for you. In today's busy world, everyone has responsibilities, deadlines, and distractions. But no matter how full his schedule may be, a man who genuinely cares will carve out space for you. It doesn't mean he drops everything or neglects his own life. But it does mean you are a priority, not an afterthought. He shows through his actions that your presence matters to him, and spending time with you is not an obligation. It's something he looks forward to. Making time is not just about grand gestures like planning vacations or big dates. It's about the small, consistent choices. He might call you after a long day just to hear your voice, show up to support you at important events, or rearrange his plans so he can share a simple meal with you. Even if he's exhausted, he'll still check in, because he wants you to feel valued and included in his world. These moments say more than words ever could. They show that no matter how busy life gets, you remain important. This habit also reflects respect. When a man makes time for you, he is acknowledging that your relationship deserves effort and attention. He doesn't take you for granted or assume you'll always be there. Instead, he actively invests in the bond, knowing that time together is what keeps it alive. And when conflicts arise, he doesn't vanish or ignore you. He creates time to talk, to listen, and to work things out, proving that your connection matters more than convenience. Over time, this builds a deep sense of security. You never feel like you're competing with his career, his friends, or his hobbies for a place in his life. You know, through consistent actions, that you matter. A man who makes time for you is quietly telling you, you are a priority, your presence matters, and no matter how chaotic life gets, I will always choose us. That dedication is not just love, it's pure respect in motion. 9. He never pressures you. When a man truly respects and values you, one of the strongest signs is that he never pressures you. Pressure can take many forms. It can be subtle, like guilt, tripping you into saying yes when you want to say no, or more obvious, like rushing you into decisions you're not ready for. A man who genuinely respects you will never make you feel cornered or forced. Instead, he gives you the freedom to move at your own pace, to choose what feels right for you, and to set limits without fear of backlash. That freedom is his way of showing that your comfort matters more than his impatience. This quality is especially important in moments of vulnerability. Whether it's about intimacy, personal choices, or life decisions, he understands that true love cannot be demanded. It has to be given willingly. He doesn't push you into commitments. He doesn't pressure you to act against your values. And he never manipulates you with phrases like, "If you really loved me, you would." Instead, he reassures you that your choices are valid and that your boundaries will always be respected. That kind of patience comes from maturity, and it proves that he cares about who you are, not just what he can get from you. By never pressuring you, he creates a safe space where you can be fully yourself. You feel free to express your thoughts and feelings without worrying that he'll use them against you. You know that your no will always be heard as clearly as your yes. This balance builds trust, because you realize he values your autonomy and sees you as an equal partner, not someone to control. Over time, this respect becomes the foundation of lasting love. You feel secure, knowing you're with someone who will never make you compromise your values or your comfort for his benefit. A man who never pressures you is silently saying, "Your choices matter, your pace matters, and I will wait, because what we have is worth honoring." That restraint is not weakness, it's love expressed through respect. He appreciates your efforts. When a man truly respects and values you, one of the most beautiful signs is that he appreciates your efforts. Relationships thrive on small, everyday acts of love, and when he notices and acknowledges those gestures, it shows he doesn't take you for granted. Appreciation doesn't always have to be loud or dramatic. It can be as simple as a sincere "thank you," a smile, or a look that says he recognizes the energy you've put into something. Whether you've cooked him a meal, supported him during a tough time, or just listened when he needed to talk, he makes sure you know that your effort matters. That kind of acknowledgement makes you feel seen, valued, and respected. A man who appreciates your efforts doesn't overlook the little things. He notices when you go out of your way to make life easier, happier, or more comfortable for him, and he makes sure to reciprocate. He doesn't act entitled to your kindness, nor does he dismiss it as expected. Instead, he treats it as a gift, something precious that deserves gratitude. This attitude builds trust and balance in the relationship because it reminds you that love isn't one-sided. He's not just receiving from you, he's also recognizing and cherishing everything you give. This kind of appreciation is also a sign of humility. It shows that he understands the effort behind your actions and doesn't let pride blind him to your contributions. Whether your gestures are big or small, he values them equally, knowing that every act comes from a place of love. Over time, this creates a cycle of positivity. You feel encouraged to keep giving, and he feels inspired to give back. Ultimately, appreciation is respect in action. When a man consistently shows gratitude for what you do, he's saying much more than "thank you." He's saying, "I see you, I value you, and I don't take you for granted." That kind of recognition doesn't just strengthen love, it deepens it in ways that words alone never could. He treats you as an equal. When a man truly respects and values you, one of the most powerful signs is that he treats you as an equal. Equality in a relationship means that your voice carries the same weight as his, your needs are just as important, and your presence is never diminished to make him feel bigger. He doesn't see himself as superior or you as someone who should simply follow along with his decisions. Instead, he views you as a partner, two people walking side by side, supporting and balancing each other. That mindset creates a relationship built on fairness, respect, and genuine love. Treating you as an equal shows in the way he handles everyday situations. If a decision needs to be made, he doesn't dictate it. He asks for your opinion and truly considers it. If there's a disagreement, he doesn't dismiss your point of view or belittle it, but engages in a way that honors your perspective. He doesn't expect you to do all the emotional labor, all the housework, or all the sacrifices. Instead, he shares responsibilities and contributions, knowing that love thrives when both partners invest equally. Even in moments of vulnerability, a man who respects you doesn't take advantage of your kindness or assume you'll always bend. He knows that equality means balance, and balance means compromise. Some days he may lean on you, and other days you may lean on him, but the weight is always carried together. He never uses his gender, status, or strength to control or dominate, because in his heart, he knows that respect and love can only exist where equality lives. This equality also extends to how he sees your worth. He celebrates your successes without jealousy. He encourages your independence, and he admires your strength without feeling threatened. Over time, this creates a bond where you feel safe to be fully yourself, because you know you'll never be treated as less. A man who treats you as an equal is silently telling you, "You are my partner, not my shadow, my companion, not my possession." That is one of the purest and most undeniable forms of respect. 1. He stands up for you. When a man truly respects and values you, one of the clearest and most powerful signs is that he stands up for you. Standing up for someone means more than just words. It's about choosing to protect your dignity, defend your worth, and make it clear to others that you are not to be disrespected. A man who values you will not stay silent if someone speaks badly about you, treats you unfairly, or tries to undermine you. Instead, he will step in, not out of obligation, but because he sees your honor as something worth guarding. His defense is not about ego, it's about love, loyalty, and respect. This support shows up in many ways. If a friend, coworker, or even a family member crosses a line with you, he doesn't brush it off or expect you to just deal with it. He makes it clear that such behavior is unacceptable. He doesn't encourage drama, but he also doesn't allow disrespect to slide. Even in private, if he notices that you are being treated unfairly, he reassures you and takes your side, making you feel protected. This action tells you that he values your well-being enough to risk confrontation or discomfort for your sake. A man who stands up for you also does so in subtle, everyday ways. He corrects people when they misrepresent you, he supports your decisions when others doubt you, and he affirms your voice when someone tries to silence it. He doesn't let anyone, including himself, diminish your worth. Even in disagreements between the two of you, he doesn't throw you under the bus in front of others. Instead, he respects you enough to handle conflicts privately while showing unity publicly. Over time, this loyalty builds unshakable trust. You feel safe knowing that he has your back, not only when life is smooth, but also when challenges come. His actions communicate, "I will not let anyone disrespect you, because your dignity matters to me as much as my own." A man who stands up for you proves with every word and every action that his respect is not passive, it's active, protective, and unwavering. 13. He respects your privacy. When a man truly respects and values you, one of the strongest signs is that he respects your privacy. Privacy in a relationship is often misunderstood. Some people think love means having complete access to every thought, every message, and every detail of each other's lives. But a man who genuinely respects you understands that privacy is not secrecy. It's about trust and space. He doesn't demand your passwords, snoop through your phone, or question your every move. Instead, he trusts you enough to let you have your own world, knowing that respect means honoring boundaries, not breaking them. Respecting your privacy shows maturity. It means he knows you are an individual with your own thoughts, feelings, and routines that don't always need to be shared. He doesn't pressure you to explain every moment of your day or guilt you for wanting alone time. Instead, he gives you the freedom to breathe, to recharge, and to be yourself without fear of judgment. That freedom builds trust, because you know he isn't trying to control you. He's giving you space to exist fully as yourself. This respect is also visible in social settings. He doesn't reveal your personal stories without your permission. He doesn't share private matters with friends or family, and he doesn't use your vulnerabilities against you. He holds what you share with care, like something sacred. Even in disagreements, he never crosses the line into invading your personal space or demanding to know things you're not ready to discuss. Over time, this creates a deep sense of safety. You know that your individuality will never be erased just because you're in a relationship. You can trust that your boundaries will be honored and that your personal world will always be safe in his hands. A man who respects your privacy is sending you a clear message. I trust you, I value your independence, and I love you enough to give you space. That is not just respect, it's the foundation of lasting, mature love. He speaks to you kindly when a man truly respects and values you. One of the most telling signs is that he speaks to you kindly. Words carry power, and the tone a person uses reveals the depth of their respect. A man who values you will never use cruel words to cut you down or raise his voice to intimidate you. Instead, he chooses gentleness, even when he's upset. Speaking kindly doesn't mean he always agrees or avoids conflict. It means that no matter the situation, he addresses you with care, thoughtfulness, and restraint. That kindness is proof that he honors you not just in his actions, but in his language. This quality shows up in everyday moments. He says please and thank you. He compliments you sincerely, and he speaks with encouragement instead of criticism. Even during disagreements, he avoids name-calling, sarcasm meant to hurt, or dismissive tones that make you feel small. His words are rooted in love, not ego. By choosing kindness, he makes communication a safe space where you never feel afraid to express yourself or worried that your voice will be met with cruelty. Kind speech is also a reflection of emotional maturity. A man who respects you knows that words, once spoken, cannot be taken back. He understands that careless remarks can linger in the heart far longer than he intends, so he chooses his language carefully. Even when he's frustrated, he doesn't lash out. Instead, he controls his tone because he values the relationship more than momentary anger. Over time, this kindness in speech creates a sense of peace in the relationship. You feel safe, loved, and uplifted rather than drained or diminished. His words become a source of strength and comfort, reminding you that he sees your worth. A man who speaks to you kindly is saying more than just the words themselves. He's saying, you deserve respect, you deserve tenderness, and I will never use my voice to harm you. That is love expressed in its purest, most human form. Friends, he celebrates your achievements. When a man truly respects and values you, one of the clearest signs is that he celebrates your achievements. Success, whether big or small, deserves recognition, and a man who loves you will never let your victories go unnoticed. He doesn't compete with you or feel threatened when you accomplish something. He feels proud. Your happiness becomes his. Happiness and your progress becomes a source of joy for him. Instead of downplaying what you achieve, he highlights it, reminding you of how far you've come. That kind of celebration is proof that he sees your growth as something worth honoring. Celebrating your achievements doesn't always mean grand gestures. Sometimes it's a heartfelt, I'm so proud of you, an encouraging hug, or a smile that says he truly admires your hard work. Other times it's him planning something special to mark your milestones, like a dinner, a surprise, note, or even just taking the time to toast to your success. What matters most is that he's paying attention. He notices the effort you've put in, the struggles you've overcome, and the dedication behind every achievement. He doesn't let your accomplishments slip by unnoticed because he knows recognition strengthens love. This kind of support is also a reflection of respect. He sees your success not as separate from the relationship, but as something that enriches it. Instead of holding you back, he pushes you forward, encouraging you to dream even bigger. He becomes your biggest fan, someone who reminds you of your strength on days when you forget it yourself. That's a rare kind of love. The kind that is not fueled by insecurity, but by admiration. Over time, this attitude builds an unshakable bond. You know you're with someone who will stand in your corner, clapping the loudest when you win and lifting you up when you doubt yourself. A man who celebrates your achievements is telling you through his actions, your success is my success, your joy is my joy, and I will always be proud to see you shine. That is respect, love, and partnership in its purest form.